Hello, how are you guys? Welcome, welcome. Today we are going to work on a project that I started back at Halloween time. I only got like maybe halfway through it. Um, so we haven't worked on anything with a scatter design or working with two-part epoxy. So I'm going to show you guys that. I know we have lots of new people in here, as well as our weekly regulars who come, like Miss Mona. How are you, honey? I did get your email today. I figured you would be on, so I could let you know. I will ship you extra stones. I I have enough left for a couple more people, so I'm hoping it doesn't happen to too many more people. So we will talk about that in case there's anyone else that has that tumbler. But I will get those out to you. If you are joining us, say hi. Let me know you are here. Let us know where you're joining us from. Hi, Miss Cassie. How are you? We missed you last week. How have you been? So today we're going to work on, I'm going to show you guys scatter again. I'm going to show you the progress that I made on this helmet that I started many months ago, but I've been working on all of the monthly Bling boxes for you guys as well as some other things. So I'm going to show you guys scatter and working with two-part epoxies. Um, then I'm going to go over one of the patterns that was in a bling box from a couple months back. A couple people are having issues where they are running out of rhinestones, and that is definitely not what I want to happen. The whole purpose of the bling box is so that you guys have enough stuff, enough product in the box to finish the project. And if that's not happening, then I want to make sure that you get the items that you need, or the additional rhinestones to do that. There's two things that could have happened with that pattern. So let's go ahead and talk about that first so we can get that out of the way. I don't have the printed pattern with me, so let me switch over to just this one camera. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Sorry about that. So, hi Elizabeth. Hi Teresa. How are you guys? All right. If you got the bling box from a couple months ago that had this pattern in it, it is the interlinked pattern where it had all of the mocha rhinestones. I sent out an email to everybody, but there was like an update that happened with emails and email providers where even when I send out like the weekly email, I'm noticing that a lot of people aren't receiving them anymore because they've changed like how the emails get like received and how many emails are being sent. So a lot of businesses, our emails are now going to the spam folder, even if it's an email that you want to receive. So I have a feeling when I sent out this email, I sent it out to a whole group of people, and a lot of people, it probably went to their spam. So what happened with this tumbler, and if you have this problem, please just email me and I will send you additional rhinestones so that you can finish it. So what happened is these mocha colors are slightly smaller than their regular size rhinestones. When you're putting them on this tumbler, if you place them where they are really tight, and hold on, I don't know why the camera keeps unfocusing. There we go. So if you place the rhinestones really tight right here, and you place them right up next to each other, you're going to get to here where the seam comes together, and you're going to be like, well, this is like really wide. I can fit more rhinestones. Um, you don't want to add more rhinestones. The pattern itself has 62 rhinestones. So the two or three people that had the problem where they ran out, and I asked them to send me a picture. If if you look right here, you can tell that there was one or two more rows of rhinestones added to the pattern. So you're gonna need to go back in and space all of these out so that they fit all the way around with just 62 rhinestones. Don't add 63, don't add 64, because this peach color took 1,365 rhinestones to complete the pattern. So one pack of rhinestones is 1,440. Mind you, the rhinestones are packaged by weight, so there isn't exactly always going to be 1,440 rhinestones in the pack. So if the pattern took 1,365 and there was 1,440 in the bag, that would only leave you 75 rhinestones. So if you add one more row here, let alone two rows here, like two more rhinestones per row, you're going to get down to the bottom and you're going to run out. You're not going to have enough left for 4, 5, 6 rhinestones. So that is issue number one that can happen. The other issue that can happen is because these are smaller, the pattern should have been adjusted to add to compensate for that. And it didn't, because I didn't complete this tumbler before I sent it out. So either way, I would prefer if you didn't add extra rhinestones right here to make it really tight so that you don't potentially get to the bottom and run out. But either way, even if you did that or you didn't, contact me and I will send you additional rhinestones. I never, ever, ever want you to get a bling box and not have enough rhinestones to complete the project. What is the point of the bling box then? So if you have the issue where you've ran out of stones, just send me an email, shoot me a DM on Facebook. Email me at info@blingyourthings.com and I will send you like 3 additional gross of rhinestones, because that should be more than enough to complete the last 5 or 6 rows that you need down here. So please, please, please just reach out to me and I will make it right. I want you to finish this. I don't want you to have a tumbler where you've done everything else, but you have this little section down here that you can't finish because you didn't get enough rhinestones, and now you need to order a whole nother pack. Like that's not what I want to happen at all. So just email me. I will send you more rhinestones. So there is that. Let's see, what did we do last week? So we had the bling box with this tumbler that had the little shamrocks on it. I added little stems, if you will, to mine. But this one had the gold hematite, which was the new color, crystal ABs, gold yellow, and then it had this plaid pattern that kind of V'd together, which looks really cool when it's completed. And then the V split, which this is the first pattern I've done that has the V split on it. So that looks really cool. So I would love to see these when you guys get them done. Please feel free to post them over in the group on Facebook. If you're not in there, go join it. It is Bling Your Things Rhinestones. So yeah, I would love to see these, as well as there was the earrings that were in there. And I did both of these, but I don't know what I did with the other one. It's somewhere. I lost it already. So I'm gonna have to find it and then I'll show you the pair. So if you guys did these too, I would love to see them, because I've seen some people where they did them like all in just green. Some of them were just green and yellow. They didn't use the other 2 colors that were in there. So I would love to see these when you guys get them done, especially if you're wearing them. Post a selfie with them on. That would be really cool. Then the other project that we did was these hair clips. This was the mix that was in the box, the I Hope You Dance. It has kind of like St. Patrick's Day colors. You could add some purples to this and make it like Mardi Gras colors too. So that was the other fun project we did last week. So let's get into, we are going to work on this. And the reason I wanted to show you guys this again, it's like really zoomed in. Let me go this way. Is because we've been doing just a lot of tumblers and honeycomb patterns. So I wanted to show you guys kind of like scatter. Again, I know some people are apprehensive to try it because they're not sure how to do it. So I'll show you that. This is my mix that I made. I literally just took multiple bags and sizes of rhinestones and mixed them all together to create my mix. And I'm sorry, I don't know what the heck is going on with this camera today. Hopefully that's better. I'm sorry. So I just put together multiple bags and multiple sizes from SS4 down to SS6 to create this. And then I'm just placing it in random order on there. And hold on, I gotta turn this thing off. So this helmet makes like it like distorts your voice. And I turned it on. So it was like when I'm talking, it's talking into the helmet. So if you're getting feedback or echo, I apologize, it's from this helmet. It's making the weirdo voice. All right, so we're going to use that mix. And then I'm using Bob Smith 2-part epoxy. And with this, you mix, it's a 2-part, so you mix the hardener, which is the yellow one, with the white one, which is the epoxy. And when I mix this together, I just mix together about a pea-size amount of each one. And then I use these little makeup applicators, these ones, to mix it together. And when you mix it, you need to mix for about 30 seconds or about 45 seconds to a minute to make sure that it is thoroughly mixed. It'll start to look like a milky color. You won't notice that it's clear. You won't notice the yellow tint from the hardener. So just mix it up really well for a good 45 seconds to a minute. And then every once in a while, you want to go back and push from the outside in to make sure that you're getting all of it in the center and thoroughly mixed. If you wanted, you could also add mica powder in here as you're mixing it. You could add a little bit of glitter. And you can use this like if you're making a tumbler or a pen. You can add it and then you don't have to color the background like spray painting or anything like that. You could put it, like if you're doing something like this, you could put it in there too. It would color in the background. But since I'm just using crystal on this, it really doesn't matter. I didn't, I feel like the helmet is kind of like a masculine object. And I didn't want it to be glittery. But I didn't add like any micas or anything like that to it. So then I'm just going to scoop up a little bit of it. And let's see, actually, I think I want to start over here. I think, where are we at? Can you guys see? It's so big, I have like, the camera angle's not that great. Let's see. There. That should be good. So we'll work on that. We'll work on this section here. So I'm just going to scoop up a little bit. And I've already sanded this too. I've sanded this. Normally I use like 120 grit. I used a 60 on this to sand it down. So I sanded it and then I used rubbing alcohol like always to clean it off. And I'm just gonna put my blob on there and then I'm gonna spread it out. You don't want it thick. You just need a thin layer for where you're gonna place your rhinestone. This is pretty liquid, since you're gonna get where they slide around. What's going on over here? There. And it is a 30-minute epoxy, so that means that you get about 30 minutes of work time. It's not going to be the full 30 minutes. I would say after about 20 minutes, I wouldn't try to apply it to anything. The like grip that it's going to have at that point is not going to be very good if it's not already on the surface. But you don't need this thick at all. And it's your stones, when you put them on here, they're going to slide if you don't pay attention. So you always want to go back and like check your work to make sure that they're not sliding around, because what'll happen is you'll have where, like, if they're up here and then this one's down here, where the one from the top will kind of slide underneath the other one, and then this one will kind of be like hanging on. It won't have like full contact with the surface that you're putting it on. So just pay attention to your stones as you're placing them, like as you're working on the area that you're working on. And then two, always have rubbing alcohol around. Doesn't have to be Walgreens brand, whatever brand you use. If you get the epoxy on your fingers or your hands, your skin, just put the alcohol on a paper towel and then wipe it off. It will come off really quick. And then if you get it on an area that you don't want it on before it like dries, use the alcohol to clean it off. So, has anyone else joined us? Has anyone else worked on a project like this? I see Elizabeth said that she wants to do her motorcycle helmet, which that would be really cool. And I'm going to stand up from where we're at. I should do this a little bit better. I'm just using this tray. This tray was a tray that was in one of the Bling boxes from, oh gosh, I don't know. It was several months ago at this point. There's still some of these left if you wanted one too. I just happened to put the rhinestones in this tray and then realized that they all kind of just stand up like they were in like a shaker tray. I gotta sharpen my pencil. There we go. There we go. Hopefully you can see that now. So even with this, I like to outline my work. So whatever section I'm starting on, I will lay like a row of rhinestones to make like the outline. Outlining is always going to make your work look more clean, more finished, because it gives it like a nice straight edge with whatever you're working on. So just keep that in mind. But because the Bob Smith, the epoxy is really liquid and you get that really long work time, it has a long time before it starts to harden. So it's going to stay liquidy and slippery for a good bit of the time. So just make sure that like as you're placing, you're not pushing all of your other rhinestones around and they're not slipping and sliding where you don't want them to be. You have a little bit more leeway with like where you place them and where you can push them. But if you're pushing, you can also push them out of the place of where you originally intended them to be. So just pay attention. Oh, your little daughter, Tiffany, your little daughter is working on her heart. That is so, so cute. So she is so adorable. I wanted her little outfit that you had her in that day that she was wearing when you guys came over to pick up your stones. She was so adorable. I bought her little yoga pants, her little glitter yoga pants with the stars on it. That was so cute. So we gave Tiffany's daughter one of the little acrylic keychains that we have, and then she picked out some rhinestones. Her favorite color was blue, and she got I think she got the new light sapphire color. So we gave her those too, so she could make her own little bling project with her mom, which is so adorable. So Tiffany's saying that she's almost done working on it, and I can't wait to see it. She's probably the youngest blinger in our group, and we will welcome her with open arms. Oh shit! Can you guys see that? So how many of you guys like to work on projects that are scatter? Let me turn this so you can see better. So who prefers to work there? Can you see that better? Who prefers to work with scatter, or is honeycomb your preferred fill pattern? So the scatter is going to take, depending upon what you're doing, it might take a little bit longer, but I prefer it because I feel like there's so many things in our life and in our work and everything that we do, and everything has to be done by the rules. And I feel like honeycomb is like a rules-based fill pattern. Like they have to be placed in a specific order, in a specific way, with a specific size. And I feel like it takes away from your creativity. Where scatter, you can you can throw together some of the craziest colors in multiple different sizes. And in all honesty, I don't care what you're doing. Um, it ends up looking amazing. And you can I feel like you're just more free with what you can do with your designs and being your artist, bringing out your inner rhinestone artist when you're doing scatter. So if you're a rules-based person and you really like to follow the rules, I think honeycomb is great for that. But if you kind of want to just let loose and be relaxed, I think scatter is the way to go. Where are we going over here? I don't know if this is working out. My camera angle is terrible. I did this before, but I had it like set up differently in here so that you guys could see. So I don't know. I feel like you guys can't see the whole thing. But see how you probably can't see. So since these were kind of sitting here a little bit, they're kind of, because I'm holding this at an angle like down, they're kind of starting to slide this way. So I'm going to want to make sure that these ones that are up here are not sliding underneath any of these that are closer to the edge. And when you put the epoxy on there, don't put it on there thick. Like, you need way less of this than you do if you're using glue, whether it's the super tight fusion tack or you like liquid fusion, whatever your preferred glue is. This is literally a thin layer. You're only putting a very thin layer of the epoxy on there. You don't want it oozing out around the edges. Like, if you're putting the stone on and the epoxy is kind of squishing out around the sides, it's too much. It's too much. You want to go back and kind of thin it out. And if you don't have the little these little makeup applicators, you can use toothpicks. You can use toothpicks to spread it out too. You can get a box of toothpicks at the Dollar Tree. I mean, they might be $1.25 now, whatever that store is. But you can use those too. Some people use those silicone, the silicone tips tools. I used to use those to mix the rhinestones, but then I found that I was spending more time like cleaning it off than I felt like I was saving time. So every once in a while, I'll still use them, but I don't use them too much. So those are always an option because the silicone is gonna like repel the two-part epoxy from sticking to it. So yeah. Yeah, no rules, Lisa. I don't like any rules. There's enough rules in everything else in life. My crafting and designing is not one of them that I want rules for. Sorry, I'm trying to read your guys' comments too. Lisa wants to try scatter, but she just finished her first pen, and you're having a problem with honeycomb. Um, so if you're having a problem with honeycomb, one thing that you can do is kind of like lay out your pattern. Try on like a piece of paper. Try laying it out on a piece of paper to kind of practice your design before you commit and attach the glue. You know, before you kind of like make it permanent. Um, kind of like lay them out. Lay out the rhinestones just on a piece of paper and practice putting your honeycomb stones together. You can also use a piece of tape, like masking tape, and lay the tape upside down. And then put the rhinestones on the sticky part of the tape so that they're gonna like detach from the wax pencil and kind of just practice that way so that you can kind of get a feel for the tools themselves, how the rhinestones are gonna lay, where they're gonna go. You know, just get yourself more comfortable with your picking up and practicing techniques before you commit and attach them to the glue. And with your glue, there's a couple different things that you can do. I like to use syringes with blunt tip needles because of the accuracy of where you're going to be able to apply the glue. Some people like the bottles. They like the bottles better with the it's kind of like the same thing. It has like the blunt tip needle on the end. So you can try those too. So and now if you're working on this and you decide, so I put the epoxy up to here, right? So this whole section right here has the epoxy on it. So if I'm working on this and then I decide, oh, I have to get up and go away and go do something. If this ends up drying on here like that, it's fine. You can kind of layer, like after this dries, you can put another layer of the epoxy on top of it, and then rhinestone on it, and it's going to be fine. You don't want to do that like too many times. Like you don't want to have like 3, 4 different layers of epoxy on here. So you still want to work in like small sections. Like you don't want to mix up like a huge batch of the epoxy and then put it on here and then, you know, something happens, you have to go do something for your kids or, you know, somebody calls on the phone and you're not able to dedicate the amount of time that you thought you were going to have to working on it. You can put another layer like on top of it. I wouldn't recommend putting more than a second layer on top of it though. And especially if you've mixed like mica powder or glitter in with it, it's going to end up becoming chunky. And then that color, because it's going to be 2 layers, is going to be slightly different than the rest of your design if you have a bunch of layers on there. So this epoxy takes 30 minutes before it is dry, but it takes a full 24 hours for it to cure, and then it takes 3 whole days for it before it is waterproof. So if you're gonna wash this, with any glue, I recommend waiting at least 3 days before you wash it, because that's about the normal cure time for anything to be, most of the glues to become waterproof. They're going to be completely dry, but for them to be waterproof, most times it takes 72 hours. So if you're sending out like a tumbler to a client, in your lead time to get that out to them, number one, to make it is probably going to take you 8 to 10 hours. Um, but you want to add at least 3 days for it to completely cure before you ship it out to that customer so that you're able to wash it. And I think what we're going to do next week is I have some jerseys that I bought a really long time ago that I was going to do, and then we moved and I forgot about them. Um, and when I was rearranging in here where I have all of the rhinestones, I found them again. So I think next week that is what we will work on, is those jerseys. And I know several people have asked how to rhinestone a jersey and things like that. So I have two different kinds. One where it is I think it's like direct to garment, where like the color is infused with the fabric itself. And then the other one is a vinyl type material, which you're going to see on most of your most of your officially licensed apparel. So like NFL jerseys, MLB jerseys, things like that. Most of them are the vinyl type material. But I don't know if I'll have time to do both. We'll probably do it over two separate weekly lives. But that is what we will work on next week, is we will work on doing a jersey. So let's see. So Lisa, what am I rhinestoning? I have here, let me show you guys. I'm kind of sitting at an odd angle. So I'm going to add this back. There we go. So I'm kind of sitting at an odd angle over here to rhinestone this and show you guys. So what I'm rhinestoning is this helmet. It is a Stormtrooper Clone Wars helmet. You put it on and it has like an electronic voice. I started this way back in Halloween, like the week before Halloween, and then I thought I was going to get it done in time. I don't know what I was thinking. I stayed up, I don't know how many nights, till like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, working on it, and then I just didn't get it done. And then I think I got frustrated with it, and then I kind of just set it to the side. So I want to get that finished, because one of my goals for this year was to not start them all to the side. Oh no, did I lose you guys? It kind of just went. Are you guys still there? Can you comment? Like my screen kind of just spun. Hopefully I didn't lose you. I don't know if my internet just went out or something. So comment and let me know if you're still here. Oh, oh, thank God. Okay, awesome, awesome. Yes. Okay, yeah. So part of my goal this year, one of the goals was to not start 18,000 projects and have them randomly laying around my house taking up space. So I have that. I have another, I don't know, 8 or 9 tumblers in varying different stages of being done, in random places in my house where I will sit down and rhinestone and like work on them. So I pulled them all together in one place and then I'm working on them one by one. I can't guarantee if I won't start something new because I still keep doing that. So I know that I'm not the only one who has that problem. So yeah, if you have that problem, leave a comment below and let me know if you also have like a random ADHD that you have to start 8,000 projects to like feel like your life is going right. Um, so there is that. That is what I'm working on. I'm hoping to get this finished, I don't know, within the next 2 weeks. I'm going to give myself to get it finished. And then what do we have? We have the bling boxes that will be shipping on the 1st. So there is one more week to or get in on those for the pre-order. If you're new to the bling boxes, every month the bling boxes are a mystery box. They come with 5 to 6 packs of rhinestones, 1 to 2 projects. So one of the projects last month was this water bottle tumbler, and then you get patterns. The pattern that came with it is the pattern that we did on this. There was some SVG designs that came with it, that you can use those to cut with your silhouette, your circuit, your cameo, all of that stuff. And then you could make other things with them. You could make shirts, you could make hats, whatever you want with them. You could make decals to put on your tumblers. Then you get free shipping with the boxes. You get exclusive discounts on future orders. We always do a monthly unboxing to show you guys what was in the box. I do the tutorial with it to show you guys kind of like how to work on them. Um, Maybe if there's like slight little variations that you need to do or things that you need to watch out for when you're working on them. And I always try to do something new projects every single month. So, I don't know if she's still in here, but Miss Renee, I posted some of her info. Um, she makes rhinestone patterns for the little 3-ounce tumblers. I know a couple different vendors make them. She gets the little 3-ounce ones from Hog. So she made some that were like little gnome ones. I'm gonna make one of her patterns. If you'd like to check her out, go over in our Facebook group, search, if you're not in there, if you're not in the Facebook group, search for Bling Your Things Rhinestones. And then in the search, just search for Renee Craig and her information will come up. We linked her Etsy store and she graciously provided a discount code for everybody in our group for her patterns in her Etsy store for 25% off. So please go support her and check her out. She is also going to work with us to make a pattern for one of our upcoming boxes, which I'm very excited about. I don't always have as much time as I want to work on patterns. So she's going to bring some fresh ideas and put her little spin on creating patterns. So I'm excited to work with her on those. Hopefully we get to do some other stuff in the future. So there is that. And then what else? If there was anything in the February box and you didn't get one or you wanted to make another one of something that was in there, all of the rhinestone colors have restocked. So you can find everything on the website now. You can order everything individually. And then I think that's it. I do have the keyword set up for a giveaway we will do a $10 gift card this evening, which is what we have been doing in the past. So the keyword for tonight is, let me go see what I did. It's hashtag lucky. So make sure you put the hashtag and then type out the word lucky. And then the random comment picker will pick somebody for a $10 gift card to our website, which is blingyourthings.com. You can use the gift card on anything on the website. There is no restrictions. You could use it on a bling box if you wanted. how I will get that to you is you will go to our website and you will order one of our free patterns. There is 3 or 4 of them that are free, like the ombre ones, and the pen, a couple of the pen patterns are free. So you can order that. You don't have to give me any of your, payment information. All you have to do is put in your shipping address and things like that. In the notes at checkout, put that you were today's date and that you were the Bling Kit winner. And then I will create the code for you so that you can use that to enter for $10 off the next time you shop on our website. The only restriction is that you have to use it within 30 days, and that's it. So let me do the little screen share so that we can pick, let's see. Where are you going? There we go. All right. Are we ready? Are we ready? Let's see if we have more of the same people who have won. A lot of people win multiple times in a row. And we're going to be doing some different giveaways. Congrats, Miss Teresa. Are you still here? Let us know. We'll post a comment to confirm you are still here. I think you've won before, so I think you know how it goes. But I'm going to be doing some more giveaways. We're going to be doing another giveaway in the group where it's kind of like a share your project kind of thing with share your project with items that you've used Bling Your Things items to create, as well as I have another contest that we're going to do so that you can win. I'm going to do a monthly giveaway for a Bling box. So that is what we'll have, a Bling box giveaway every month. We will have a giveaway for sharing your work, just with stuff that you've made with our items. And then we'll still have the giveaways on the weekly tutorials. So there will be lots of multiple different ways that you guys can win stuff to fill your little rhinestone hearts. So congrats, Miss Teresa. Let me get rid of that. So if you guys have any other questions, feel free to post them in the comments, and then I will hang out for a minute or two more, and then I will see you guys next week. Next week, remember, we're going to work on rhinestoning some jerseys. So if you have a jersey that you want to work on, go grab it out of the closet. You can work on it with us next week. And as always, if you have any questions or you just want to share your work, you want some feedback, join us over in the Facebook group, Bling Your Things Rhinestones. The group is up to like 4,000 people now. Plenty of like-minded people that would love to help you out and share their feedback as well. So I will let you guys go. Congrats again, Miss Teresa. I will see you guys next week.